Today we are here with a chapter Lost Spring Stories of Stolen Childhood, written by Anis Jung. Here in this chapter, Anis Jung, she has portrayed, analyzed the grinding poverty and the traditions which torment the lives of innocent children. This lesson is an excerpt from Anis Jung's book entitled Lost Spring Stories of Stolen Childhood. Here in this chapter, we'll see that how two children, two characters, how they work in the grinding poverty. Thousands of the people, like the characters in this chapter, how they are condemned to live a life of misery and exploitation. The author here succeeds in highlighting the plight of such unfortunate children, those who are forced to work in such environment, in such situations. Due to their poverty, they have to work in worst conditions, in hazardous industries. In this chapter, we'll see that what happens to these children and how much pain is there in their life. Before starting the chapter, let us read about the writer Anis Jung. Anis Jung was born in Rourkela, spent her childhood and adolescence in Hyderabad. She received her education in Hyderabad and in United States of America. Her parents were both writers. Anis Jung began her career as a writer in India. She has been an editor and columnist for major newspapers in India and abroad, and has authored several books. The following is an excerpt from her book titled Lost Spring Stories of Stolen Childhood. Here she analyzes the grinding poverty and traditions which condemn these children to a life of exploitation. So, राइटर अनीश जंग, उनका बर्थ राउरकेला में हुआ था जो कि हैदराबाद में है. शी रिसीव्ड एजुकेशन उनकी हैदराबाद से हुई थी, अर्ली एजुकेशन, एंड देन शी वेंट यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका. उनके पेरेंट्स दोनों ही राइटर्स थे. सो उनकी हेरिडिटी में था, ये उन्हें विरासत में मिला था राइटिंग प्रोफेशन. Anis Jung began her career as writer in India. She has been an editor and columnist for major newspapers in India and abroad too. And then she authored several books also. She has written. The following excerpt, this chapter is from her book Stories of Stolen Childhood. Means only two stories have been taken from that book, that is Stories of Stolen Childhood. Now in this she has analyzed the grinding poverty and the traditions, that endless poverty and tradition जो एक कस्टमरी चलता आता है कि उनकी फैमिली में दादा ने किया, फिर उनके पिता ने किया, फिर बच्चों ने किया. दैट ट्रेडिशन विच कंडेम, जो इन बच्चों को कंडेम करता है टू these children to a life of exploitation. So, notice these expressions in the text, infer their meanings from the context. These expressions will notice, that is looking for, that is searching for, then slog their daylight hours, that means to struggle persistently during daytime, पूरा दिन मेहनत करना दिन में. Roof over his head, that means a place to live. जैसे बोलते छत, सर में साया होना, साया मिलना, किसी छत रहना. Perpetual state of poverty, that is endless impoverishment. Then dark hutments means that the place is the dark huts where they live. Then impose the baggage on the child means forcefully a child has to impose the baggage, means that baggage is a heavier burden for the child. means ज़बरदस्ती किसी को कोई चीज़ थोपना, उसको ज़बरदस्ती forcefully the person has to do something. So the story starts with the writer. She is talking to a boy who is a very poor boy. Let's see the conversation. Sometimes I find a rupee in the garbage. So this is the heading. In this story we'll see that who says these words. What does it mean? Sometimes I find. Who is I here? And what is it find in the garbage? Why? How? All these questions will sort out in the story. Why do you do this? I asked Sahib, whom I encounter every morning scrounging for gold in the garbage dumps of my neighborhood. So the story starts that I here is narrator, and she talks to a boy named Sahib. Sahib is a boy, a poor boy. It's not a master, not a rich person as the name suggests, but Sahib is a very poor boy, a slum boy you can say, whom I encounter every morning. That Sahib is a boy whom the narrator encounter means meets every morning. Scrounging is searching for gold in the garbage dumps of my neighborhood. So here gold doesn't mean that actual gold, that metal that women wear. This gold means something precious, anything for a person who lives in slum area. For him gold is even a 1 rupee, even a good kind of shoe, any good thing which is good use for him. So that is gold for the person. Sahib left. So now the narrator, what does she ask? Why do you do this? अब narrator asks that boy कि तुम ऐसा क्यों करते हो? What? Why do you do this? What does it this means? This means searching something in the garbage, means garbage के dump में से ऐसे ढूंढना. क्या ढूंढते रहते हो तुम, क्यों करते हो ऐसा? साहिब left his home long ago. साहिब ने अपना घर बहुत पहले ही छोड़ दिया है. Set amidst in the green fields of Dhaka, means his house was set amidst in the middle the green fields of Dhaka. Dhaka means in Bangladesh. His home is not even a distant memory. अब इतने समय पहले उसने छोड़ दिया कि उसका घर इवन उसकी डिस्टेंट दूर दूर तक की मेमोरीज में भी नहीं है कि कैसा था उसका घर. There were many storms that swept away their fields and homes, his mother tells him. Now his mother means Sahib's mother used to tell him that there were many storms that swept away their fields and home, कि एक तूफ़ान, इतने भयंकर, इतने बड़े तूफ़ान आए जिससे उनकी सारा लैंड, उनके फील्ड्स और होम सब कुछ तबाह हो गया. जिस तूफ़ान में सब कुछ चला गया. That's why they left. That was the reason they left their country, that Bangladesh. They left Dhaka and they have come here. And I'll see where they have come. Looking for the gold in the big city, and they have come to this big city where he now lives. So the narrator and his family has come from this area, and they are living here for a long time, as nothing was left in their place from where they have come. I have nothing else to do, he mutters. Now when the narrator asks the question, Sahib, that poor boy, he mutters, he spoke that I have nothing else to do, that he cannot do anything. He has nothing to do. Looking away. Hollow. Looking away now. He is looking away. इधर उधर देखता है. Go to school, I say glibly. Very fluently she said. Go to school. कि तुम स्कूल क्यों नहीं जाते? स्कूल जाओ. Then immediately she spoke fluently. Glibly means very fluently. अचानक से एकदम से बोल तो दिया. But she realizing. Immediately she realized. Narrator immediately realize करती है कि how hollow the advice must sound. Means the advice she has given was very hollow. Hollow थी खोखली, जिसका कोई मीनिंग बनता नहीं है. So she knew कि एक पुअर बॉय, साहिब जैसे पुअर बॉय के लिए स्कूल जाना बहुत ही मुश्किल काम है. There is no school in my neighborhood. When they build one, I will go. So they means that high officials, high authorities, गवर्नमेंट, सरकार के लिए इसमें बोला है कि मेरे नेबरहुड में कोई स्कूल नहीं है. जब बनाएगी सरकार, जब गवर्नमेंट बनाएगी, पीपल विल बिल्ड, आई विल डेफिनेटली गो देयर.